read. Uh, This is gonna be short, but I want to read from First Samuel 9:21, which says, Saul replied, "But I'm the only one from the tribe of Benjamin, the smallest tribe in Israel, and my family is the least important of all the families of that tribe. Why are you talking? Why are you talking like this to me?" And today, I'm just grateful for. I'm grateful for our callings, and grateful for whatever mantle it is that God has placed on each and every one of our lives. You know, I got into this to the book of Samuel over the past 2 days or so, and it has a lot of different interesting stories in it. But uh, I don't know. I've read the Bible a few times, but it's like, yeah, I always tell y'all this. Every time I read it, it's like I just stumble on something that like I completely overlooked the first time, and this one is a story of Saul, you know, and Saul in the Bible has a very interesting um he has a very interesting lineage, which ends up preceding him. But in this particular book of the Bible, it gives you a lot of the history behind it, but it also showed, like the protection and the covering that God had on the Israelites from the beginning, because like in the story, the Ark of the Covenant had gotten taken away from them by the Philistines, but they couldn't keep it. You know, they end up having to return it anyway because it just brought so much misfortune on them. But Saul was somebody too who was like he was like a small, puny person. He was from this tribe that they weren't considered to be like to be somebody. Um, they, like he didn't see within himself that he had greatness to come. You know, and that's something that it just reminded me. It just reminded me about placing the mantle on your life. Like when God has placed something on your life, like you don't know what the future holds, but you can't talk yourself out of it at the same time. Like if he had listened to himself, like he wouldn't have realized like what it was that God had for him. God had for him to be a king. He ended up actually being the first king of the Jews, if I remember correctly. Now, don't get me wrong, he wasn't exactly a good king, but at the same time, he still played a role in God's ultimate plan, you know? And I just pray that, blessings over every single person in this room and all the people who used to be here with us, Rostin, that whatever mantle it is that God has placed on their life, that that they continuously follow through with it and that they continue to stay blessed by it, because you just never know what it is that God has written in his book for you. So thank you again, everyone, for giving me the opportunity to speak. Carrie, and I'm going to relinquish my mic.